Well, it's Thursday, and there's a lot going on in politics at all levels. Here to discuss some of it with us is political analyst Victor Enriquez. So, Victor, let's start with the latest news. A CAQ former minister leaving the caucus now, Maite Blanchette-Vézina. She was already grumbling last week about François Legault, but now she's gone a step further.
After François Legault decided that she was not going to be part of the cabinet, she decided to leave today, and she's the second minister to leave the CAQ caucus. The first one was Pierre Dufour, who was basically kicked out by François Legault. This time, it's Maite Blanchette-Vézina who decided to leave, and it's maybe going to be the start of an internal crisis at the CAQ, because you know, Caroline, she's coming from a region, Bas-Saint-Laurent, that is not that much represented. Amélie Dion replaced her as a minister for that region. But the second time you lose someone like this, it's a very bad signal for the government to say to the regions that maybe you don't care about them as much as you did in the past.
Yeah, and we also saw François Legault getting booed this week at a baseball game. That's kind of the first time for him, isn't it?
It is the first time for François Legault, and once again, it's not a good sign of the appreciation that people have. You know, François Legault, with this shuffle last week, is trying to regain the confidence of the Quebecers. And what we see when a prime minister gets booed, it's because people are losing respect, basically, for the prime minister, for the position of a prime minister. So there's a lot of impatience in the population, and it's not going to help François Legault to get back in the surveys. Is he going to have an internal crisis? Is he going to have other MNAs who are going to leave? For example, Mr. François Bonnardel was not at the caucus today. So it's not a very good moment for the prime minister. And I'm sure he's hoping that the speech he's going to give at the end of September, when he's going to reopen the National Assembly, is going to help him to try to get some new momentum for this political year.
Okay, let's move on to the federal government now. They're revealing basically that they plan to turn the debate over Bill 21 into a debate on judiciary matters, not just Bill 21 and secularism. What do you think of that strategy?
I think it's a very bright strategy. I think it's a good strategy because the debate on secularism was not a very popular debate, especially for the Liberals in Quebec. It was a dangerous debate to get, and I'm not sure it was the best legal debate to have. I think that the fact they are going on the use of the clauses at this time, they're using the legal issue to go against this bill. I think it's going to help them to keep it more technical and to get rid of the secularism debate that is not helping them.
Okay, and let's talk quickly about this fight that's brewing between the doctors and the government. The province is asking specialists to return to teaching med students, but the doctors are digging in their heels against this idea of tying pay to performance. Is this going to go right to the end, do you think?
I'm pretty sure it's going to go to the end because Prime Minister Legault has said that it's basically it's a basic need for his government to get that change, to make sure that doctors are in part paid because of performance. The thing is that performance for doctors doesn't depend on them only. The availability of rooms, for example, the availability of nurses and other kind of personnel to get to be able to operate and to be able to give services to people is not under their control, and that's what doctors are saying. I think this is going to become maybe a legal matter, in fact, because I'm not sure doctors are going to let this go, and I'm pretty sure the government cannot let this go. They have said since the beginning that this is something they want to do, and that other governments decided to get rid of and decided to abandon. I'm not sure they're going to do it.
All right, we'll have to stay tuned for that one then. Thanks so much for this today, Victor. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much. See you soon.